We had this friend that we went to church here with, Kirk Doty, who had a sea kayak, and asked me, because he knew I had an interest in going out in the water on a kayak. I just thought that would be something beautiful to do in the Sound. Had invited me to go kayaking with him. He had a big sea kayak, two-seater, two-man. It was a beautiful sunny day. The sea is calm. We get into the kayak. We're going to go over to Blake Island, having a lunch there, a picnic, just have some man time. So we got in the kayak, scooted across the water real quick, sat down, broke out our lunch, had some great conversation. Clouds started to come in and the wind picked up, and it started getting pretty nasty. So we packed up, got back in the kayak, and started to head across. And if you've ever been in that area, you have Manchester, you have Blake Island, you have this cut that runs through there, so the wind picks up there. But the waves also, they aren't just running in one direction, they just slap all over. So midway through, there's waves coming at us from all sides. And it's hitting the boat pretty hard, and we capsized. So now we're in the water. Neither one of us had any life preserver on. I was in shorts and just a regular shirt, because again, it was a nice day. Had my favorite bright orange gotcha hat, which I don't have anymore as a result of this. And the kayak that he had ballast only in one end. He had never replaced the ballast in the other. And ballast can keep the boat up, even in, when it's in the water, when it's tipped over. So the boat sank, basically. One end of it went all the way down, and all that was left was about a half a foot. So we're in the water. This isn't feeling like we're in a good place. Looking around, it was very hard. 3-4 foot waves is slapping you in the face. You start to swallow a lot of water. And we started just screaming and hollering out, "Help, help," hoping someone would hear us. And Kirk is apologizing for being involved in the ending of my life, and apologizing to my family, to the girls. "I'm so sorry, Jim, I'm so sorry." And then that's when Kirk put me to shame. He says, "Do you think we should pray?" And of course, yeah, that's a great idea. Then we went back to hollering after we prayed, and bam, we hear this from the side. "We're here, we're going to save you, we're here to help you out." So these fishermen pulled up, and they were 3-4 sheets to the wind, so they'd had a few brews, and they were out there having a good time. And they pulled us into the boat and gave us some towels or blankets or something to keep us, get us warmed up. And I was throwing up over the side of the boat because of all the salt water, and one of them very politely asked me, if I wanted a beer. I thanked him, for being a good host, and appreciated it, but no, I was fine. If I drew any analogy, in the midst of being out there in the water and thinking I am going to die, you knew at that point that, yeah, something bad is going to happen, or every bit of us thought that this was the end. This was the end of the line. There was not even any thought that we were going to be saved. And then all of a sudden you're saved. When you're lost and you don't know who Jesus is, and then you have no clue. You have no clue. But then there becomes that point where you get it and you say, wow, I have a rescuer. And then you start to realize how much you needed to be rescued.